All right, St. Louis, good morning. Coming on bright and early on Saturday. Of course, I'm heading to the gym. We must continue to work our body as well as our mind. I want to talk just a little bit about just a few things. I'm not going to get all deep and philosophical. I think some things are important and we need to talk about them. Many are getting the vaccine, rightfully so. I think some, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but should get the virus. And the reason, the vaccine, I should say. And the reason being is because the mind itself is so undeveloped. I can see if the mind was developed, you wouldn't need a vaccine. Your immune system was strong. But we got to ask ourselves, at what point are we going to get to a level to where we don't need a vaccine? Think about our grandbabies. Think about our great-grandbabies. It seems like everyone's going through this same dynamics. After every century or so, every 50 years, I should say, it seems like there's a toxic virus that's gripping the land. Have you ever asked yourself why? Is there a toxic virus that's gripping the land? Think about it. We haven't evolved in immune. If we evolved and reached a higher level of immunity, the viruses wouldn't have the ability to manifest. Everyone's talking about reaching a herd immunity so we can stop the virus. But at the same time, they're talking about let's vaccinate those so we can reach a herd immunity. But my question to all of you, what happens when we reach a developed mind? The developed mind is what's supposed to help us reach a herd immunity, not a vaccine. The vaccine is poison. Believe it or not. Oh, it's toxic. Of course it is. However, if you don't take the vaccine, there's a strong probability that you might succumb to this virus. And the reason being is because you've been in poison, in darkness, ever since you were born. And we've never reached a higher level of immunity due to us being proactive and strengthening our mind with truth. We came up with false religion, false doctrine. You're being programmed and you don't even know it. And what's so sad about it, and yes, I think it's very sad, we've been programmed from the beginning of this dark, nasty world. And as a result of being programmed, we think everything is normal. It's not normal. You're supposed to be able to understand how the universe works. We're supposed to be able to understand how the mind works. But yet, we're still taking forever to come to the realization of what's truth. At one point, they thought the world was flat. The universe was flat. Subsequently, they came up and said that they think it's round. The question is, what is it? Is it possible? But the reason we've not reached a higher level of awareness is because of us being programmed by a system in which we knew not of. I'm warning you all. What we've been taught is not the truth. The schools that we go to, from Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Oxford, these Ivy League schools, they're not the truth. They're only teaching you how to sustain in hell. That's it. In darkness. That's what they're teaching us. They're not teaching us the truth. They don't know what the truth is. They have not a clue. The blind are leading the blind. Then once the blind retires, being that they didn't strengthen their mind, they end up getting dementia or Alzheimer's or something along that line and don't remember being a teacher. And the reason this is occurring is because no one has strengthened their minds. Your mind is undeveloped and you think it's normal. When you leave here, you're going to heaven. You're going to be with mama and them. You must bring heaven down here, and heaven is a perfect sound. I keep trying to get you all to understand nothing is physical. Just because you grew up in the projects, that doesn't mean that you don't have the mental capacity to exceed those that grew up in these suburban, rich neighborhoods. You have the same potential to reach that level of intellect or beyond. It doesn't make a difference as to where you grew up. It's not about the start. It's about the finish. And it's our responsibility to help our brothers and sisters to understand that you must become what you've been seeking to find. And yes, that is reaching a perfect sound. And that sound is God. Till we come to that realization, we're going to continue to take the back seat to darkness. And the devil is a liar, not on my watch. I'm telling you all, we must awaken in this season. And in order to awaken in this season, we must manifest truth. And that truth is that diamond in the rough that's dwelling in us all. And we all must become that truth. My prayer is that God continue to cover you all and get you to understand that you must manifest that perfect sound without blemish, Alpha and Omega, first and the last. That sound must first start with us. It's time out for playing games and acting as if we are afraid. Of course you're going to be afraid if you don't have a developed mind. Can't be nothing but afraid. Once your mind reaches a certain level of development, fear will be no more. Until next time, I just want to come on for a moment. Shout out to my grandbaby Noah. Granddaddy, love you, son. Shout out to Winton, Catherine, Walter, Zion, Gabe, and Danielle. Shout out to you and your family. It's time for us to take that damn mountain. And we're going to take that mountain by any means necessary. May God bless you all. God bless. I know how very far apart we are. It helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star.